A shortage of food, water, and other supplies is threatening the safety of civilians in the Gaza Strip. The Israel military ordered more than 1 million people to evacuate south ahead of a looming invasion. Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco has more.
Star, for the first time since the war broke out, President Biden spoke to Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. Abbas leads a rival party to Hamas that controls the West Bank. He briefed Biden on efforts to bring humanitarian aid to Palestinians in Gaza. Thousands of civilians responded to orders from the Israeli military to evacuate south ahead of their expected ground invasion of northern Gaza. But some reported issues trying to get out, and others are still huddled at hospitals there. Over the weekend, President Biden spoke to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu once again and affirmed his support for efforts to protect civilians. It's a challenge Biden also addressed at an event in Washington, D.C. Saturday night.
The humanitarian crisis in Gaza, innocent Palestinian families, and the vast majority have nothing to do with Hamas. They're being used as human shields.
Also over the weekend, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced that the U.S. is sending a second carrier strike group in support of Israel. Austin said that the administration is trying to deter any other regional adversaries from widening this war. Reporting in Washington, I'm Jackie DeFusco, WXII 12 News.
And the number of U.S. citizens killed in the conflict rose to 29, with at least 15 unaccounted for, according to a U.S. official. And while efforts are underway to help Americans escape from Gaza, some are running towards the danger. People answering the call, leaving the U.S. to fight for Israel. They are Americans bound by commitment, community, and country and faith. The sense of the duty here in the heart of Israel Army, and it's mandatory. Andrew Silberman is visiting his family in Chicago, and he heard that what was happening. He got a call that his friend had been killed.
And from there, the rest of the day became about me trying to get on a flight back to Tel Aviv. It was important to me to come back as soon as possible just to see what I could do. I think people are really using this as an opportunity to come together and help each other.
Most enter the military at 18 and serve for 2 to 3 years. Typically, after that, they are automatically in the reserves, which they continue into their 40s and beyond, ready to answer the call. And we'll have continuing coverage of this conflict coming up, including a look at how it all started. Breaking news in Winston-Salem. A man is recovering in the hospital this morning after being shot overnight. According to police, officers responded to Fanny Oaks Drive shortly after 3 a.m. for reports of a shooting. At the scene, police found a man with a gunshot wound in his back. Investigators believe the victim was shot after a crash. According to the investigation, the victim was driving in a work van when he crashed into another car. They believe 4 passengers in that other car followed the victim in the crash. Officials say the 4 were armed and at least one of them shot the victim. Authorities say the victim has been taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So far, no suspect information has been released. Also breaking in Winston-Salem, police are investigating the shooting death of a man this morning. According to police, this happened on East Devonshire Street shortly after 1. There, officers found a 25-year-old man suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He later died at the scene. This investigation is still ongoing, and police are asking if anyone knows information, please contact them or Crime Stoppers. This marks the city's 39th homicide this year, compared to 28 during the same time period in 2022. And police in Winston-Salem are also investigating a shooting from Friday night. According to authorities, officers responded to East 23rd Street just before 10:30. Police found 2 women suffering from gunshot wounds, and investigators say the 2 were outside when a car pulled up near them and a passenger began shooting at them. At this hour, one of the victims is in critical condition and the other woman had minor injuries. Investigators believe this was a targeted incident. And a man is wanted in connection to an arson in Rockingham County. The sheriff's office is still searching for Jerry Batchelor Jr. Investigators believe he is responsible for an arson that occurred in August in Stoneville. Now, deputies say Batchelor is trying to avoid being arrested, and if you know where he is, please call the Rockingham County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers. And looking ahead, the man accused of shooting and killing someone at a bar in Eden will face a judge this week. On Thursday, Ari Marriott surrendered to deputies, and according to authorities, officers found 39-year-old Aljamar Lindsay shot multiple times in the parking lot of the Rabbit Hole on October 1st. Investigators say a group of people were fighting outside of the bar when Marriott approached Lindsay and then started shooting. Police say Lindsay was an innocent bystander. Marriott is being held without bond on first-degree murder charges. According to the online records, he will appear in court this Tuesday.